Good morning all the students of my class 10. Today we will continue the first chapter of your science book from biology portion, that is life processes. Okay, in your first lecture you have seen that we have read that part type of what is nutrition, what are the different life processes and different type of nutrition, that means autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition and their divisions. Okay, so today we will continue with the autotrophic mode of nutrition by the process, particularly the process photosynthesis. Okay, so today we will read photosynthesis. First we have to know that what does that term mean, photosynthesis. So if we split the term photosynthesis, it comes that photo and synthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means putting together. So what we will put together? So in the presence of light, that means sunlight, we will put some materials together and as a result we will get something. So we will read the photosynthesis topic in details. So what is photosynthesis? If we want to know the definition of photosynthesis, I am writing photosynthesis is a physiological process by which green parts of the plant containing in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water produce food in the form of glucose, and glucose is a carbohydrate, and releases O2 as byproduct. So this is the definition of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a physiological process by which green parts of the plant containing chlorophyll, as you know, the green parts of the plant contains a chlorophyll, containing chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water produce food in the form of glucose, and glucose is a form of carbohydrate and releases oxygen as byproduct. Okay, so this is the definition of photosynthesis. So what are the raw materials of photosynthesis? Raw materials of photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, sunlight, water and chlorophyll. Okay, these four are the main raw materials of photosynthesis. So we will write the equation of photosynthesis. So first we will write the So if we want to write the equation, so suppose it is a leaf. So it is a sun. It is getting sunlight from the sun and it is using carbon dioxide and water and releasing O2 and containing chlorophyll. Okay, so this is the main equation of photosynthesis. So first we will write left hand side of the equation. What are the raw materials? That is carbon dioxide, after that water, and sunlight, and chlorophyll is required. And what we will get as byproduct? That is glucose, C6H12O6. That is the formula of glucose plus O2 plus H2O. Some amount of H2O will be released. So what we will write? Carbon dioxide, water, oxygen, water. Okay, so this is the main equation of photosynthesis. Left hand side carbon dioxide and water, and on right hand side C6H12O6, glucose, oxygen and water. Now we need to balance the equation. In your chemistry part you have read that balance chapter. So now you know how to balance. So we will balance that part. So if we write 6, if we write here 12, and if we write 6 and 6. Now check 6C. 6 into 2, 12 and 12. 24O. 6 plus 6 plus 12. 24O. Now H. 12 into 2, 24. 12 plus 12, 24. So now this is a balanced equation. This is a balanced equation of photosynthesis. Clear? So food is formed in the form of glucose. So excess amount of food will be stored in the form of starch. Plants will store the excess glucose in the form of starch. Now it is, and another thing, photosynthesis is also called as biochemical process, because in this process manufacturing of organic food can be done with the presence of sunlight. So it is called as sunlight and chlorophyll. That's why it is called as also a biochemical process. So if someone asks you that why photosynthesis is called as biochemical process, now you need to answer that photosynthesis is a biochemical process because it manufactures food or particularly manufacture organic food in the presence of carbon dioxide and water, and with the help of solar energy and chlorophyll. Okay. So next we will read about the raw materials of photosynthesis. So what are the main raw materials? That is carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and light energy. First we will write, so basic requirements. First one is chlorophyll. So what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a photosynthetic pigment. Synthetic pigment. Chlorophyll is the main photosynthetic pigment. Chlorophyll is the main photosynthetic pigments. Photosynthetic pigments which are present and helps the plant in photosynthesis. So if we consider these photosynthetic pigments, there are some different photosynthetic pigments. Mainly 3 types of photosynthetic pigments can be found. First one is chlorophyll. Second one is carotene. And third one is xanthophyll. Okay. So what is the color of the chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is green in color. Carotene is, tell me, orange in color. And xanthophyll is yellow in color. And these carotene and xanthophyll are togetherly called as carotenoids. Okay, so we come to the photosynthetic pigments. That is, there are three main types of photosynthetic pigments. First one is chlorophyll, after that carotene, and last one is xanthophyll. These are the main photosynthetic pigments. Okay, main photosynthetic pigments. Chlorophyll is green in color, carotene is orange in color, and xanthophyll is yellow in color. Carotene and xanthophyll together called as carotenoids. Okay. So now, what is the function of the main photosynthetic pigments, that is chlorophyll? What is the function of that? It helps to absorb or traps light energy. Okay, the main function of the chlorophyll is it helps to absorb or trap the light energy. And where does it found? Chlorophyll, CH yellow arrow. What is chlorophyll? Main photosynthetic pigment. Function helps in conversion of light energy to chemical energy. If we draw a structure of chloroplast, so what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a main photosynthetic pigment, and what is the function of chlorophyll? It helps to trap the solar energy and helps in conversion of light energy into chemical energy. This is the main function of chlorophyll, and it also traps solar energy. And there are two more photosynthetic pigments are over there, that is xanthophyll and carotene. What is the function of these two? And these two helps in the absorption of energy of different wavelengths. Okay, if we consider the photosynthetically active region, that means if we consider the total wavelength of light, a region is present which is called as photosynthetically active region or photosynthetically active radiation. It is near about 400 to 700 nm, and after except that region, there is that if we consider the full wavelength of light, then that two carotene and xanthophyll helps to absorb the different wavelengths except that region, photosynthetically active region. Okay, and why they are doing so? Because they are helping that transfer the energy to chlorophyll. So absorb. So what are the function of that two? That is, they absorbs the wavelength or absorbs the different wavelength and helps in the transfer of the energy to chlorophyll. Okay, so where do we find that chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is found in the structure. In a plant it is found, that is known as chloroplast. If we consider the structure of the chloroplast, we will find the double membranous structure. You can see that two membranes are present. In your class 9 chapter you have seen that diagram, the structure of chloroplast, and you know the different parts of the chloroplast. So if we do a cross section of if we do a cross section of a leaf, then we can find that structure. And where do we find? If we consider this structure, this is a cross section of a leaf. So if we consider a cross section of a leaf, chloroplasts are found as green dots. Okay, chloroplast structures are found as green dots in that palisade and spongy cells of mesophyll. This is called as palisade parenchyma and this is called as spongy. Because air spaces or gaps are present inside that cell, spongy cells, and that is palisade. What is that? That is stomata. That is upper epidermis. That one is lower epidermis. Okay, upper part of the leaf is called as upper epidermis and lower part is called as lower epidermis, and this is palisade and this is parenchyma cell, this is palisade and this is spongy, and these dots are chloroplast. Okay, so chloroplast, now we will be able to see the structure of the chloroplast. So chloroplast is a double membranous structure. This portion is called as matrix or stoma. Matrix. This portion is called as matrix or stroma, and these structures are called as thylakoids, and this total structure is called as grana, and in plural that is grana. Okay, these are the main parts of chloroplast. So we have found the main two structures, thylakoids and matrix. So in the photosynthesis, the two phases are over there. One is light reaction and another one is dark reaction. Okay. So in case of light reaction occurs in light reaction occur in thylakoid region and dark reaction occur in stroma region. Okay, we will read that two reactions later. So these are the main something about the main photosynthetic pigment. Okay, so photosynthesis occurs in the leaf. Now a question arises, why leaf is considered as most suitable place for photosynthesis? Why leaf is considered, or why leaf is most suitable site for photosynthesis? If I ask you a question, why leaf is most suitable site for photosynthesis? Okay, so first of all you will answer that for this part, that means chlorophyll and chloroplast, these structures are present in the leaf. Okay, so second point, what will be the second point? The structure of the leaf. Due to the structure of the leaf, they are getting the more surface area. Due to the flattened structure of the leaf, they are getting the more surface area by which they can trap the more sunlight, which is helpful in case of photosynthesis. Okay, so what will be the third point? some pores, that means leaf is provided with some small minute pores which are called as stomata, which helps in exchange of gases, that means exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs through the stomata. So huge number of stomata is present on the surface of the leaf. And abundant vascular supply. Abundant vascular supply, you have read that term vascular bundle, that means this is the xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem helps in transport the food and water throughout the plant body. Xylem helps in transporting of water and phloem helps in transporting of food. So abundant supply of the vascular bundles in the leaf helps to transfer that prepared food throughout the body and helps to transfer the water, which is basic raw materials of photosynthesis, from the roots to the leaves. Okay, so these 4 points are the main points. That's why we call leaf is the most suitable site for the photosynthesis. Clear? So for today, that's it. Next day we will go for the another 3 raw materials or basic requirements of photosynthesis, and we will go for the light reaction and dark reaction of photosynthesis. Okay. So today, thank you.